Hey, families. Yeah. So I'm back again. For the new one. We're here again. Big up my whole tribe. Everybody everywhere that's supporting me, that have been supportive. It's almost my born day. I'm feeling the love. I'm feeling the love from my loved ones. And I'm sharing the love with my loved ones. I feel real good about this page, this YouTube vibes. It's me. I'm here. Bruddakonscious. So today, the build and the reasoning that I want to build about, right? Remember, we're talking about astrology, right? But it's not just astrology. We're speaking about astrology and life. So I was thinking, I want to talk about, let's start with the first house, our Aries, right? Aries, the first house, Mars. So the first house is seen as identity. It's like your face. It's the part of yourself that you show the world first, right? The part of yourself that the world sees first. Therefore, first house in Leo, you're gonna see the leader. You're gonna see the lion, possibly big here, like a mane, You're gonna see that the performer, the Aries rising, you're gonna see the warrior. You're gonna see the soldier, And I'm doing this because we're talking about the first house. I want to talk about Aries, and let's talk about Aries. You know what they say? Men are from Mars, right? So, therefore, when we're speaking about Aries, our Mars usually is very manly, Hence, we have martial arts, we have martial law, and vibes like that. Which made me think to myself, it's 2021, and let's talk about masculinity. For some people, it's going to be, conscious. Where you going with this thing, McCall? That's a touchy subject of recent, but I am not afraid. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because I'm a black man. I'm a melanated man. And I am glad that I'm a melanated man. I don't want to be nothing else. No bleach for our eye. I don't need to be nothing else. I'm glad to be of who I am and where I come from. My ancestors, my ancestry from Alkebulan or Ethiopia or Africa, my ancestry from over there, my melanin, my ancestry from over this part of town, my ancestry from Barbados and the Caribbean, and the positive and benevolent Caucasian ancestry that I have, because a lot of people, I've been conscious for a while, not just the name, but I've been into my red, black, and green and my spirituality and my Africa for Africans and Rastafari. This didn't start, no, this didn't start, no, I've been on this since, 2006? 2006 when my journey started, I would say, to really get deep into it in regards to African consciousness. But I was always a Nas fan, I was always a Black Star fan, and like them kind of music stood out to me. And as a child, growing up in Barbados, Rastafari, the Rasta man with the natty, and that always stood out to me also. So I've been on this journey for a while. And in regards to identity, I identify myself as a melanated man, as a red, black, and green warrior, as a king of my people, from my people, because I know my ancestry. However, I can acknowledge that there's Caucasian ancestry in there also. And even if the Caucasian ancestry that exists within me came through negative responses, i.e., a lot of people got raped, and that's how you get the good hair and them things come in or whatever. But just because that man did something don't mean that his great-great-grandfather was evil. And I can acknowledge that today, because I'm man enough to say that, and I'm mature and grown enough to say that. I don't think that every Caucasian is a devil or wicked or evil, Anyway, I had to say that part. I work with kind of channeling. Like what the messages come through, I write with it and I share it with you. So I can acknowledge all of my positive and benevolent ancestors. I love being a melanated man. A lot of brothers and sisters of mine will tell you that black masculinity is under attack. And I agree. In many ways, it is under attack, you know? However, the way that we fix it, to me, is we gotta acknowledge it and we gotta work on it. How do we work on it? Now, I see masculinity as manhood. Even though a woman can have masculine traits and a man can have feminine traits. And I can agree with that because people will attribute things like nurturing to more a feminine trait because the mother usually is the one who's nurturing more than the father. You know? When I say usually, I mean because there's specific hormones that are released within a woman in a different way for her to have this baby inside of her. And then for her to give birth and have that baby comforted as that child breastfeeds, etc. is a whole nother vibe. I'm not a woman, I'll never know. I just love women and, you know, I'll forever let you know. That much I'll forever let you know. You know? I'm not shooting at nobody. I'm not shooting at nobody saying, you need to be more feminine and yo, but not. I want to talk about my brothers and my sisters and what is seen as manhood. So in Aries, or Mars is the Aries man archetype, which will come from Rome, the Greek and the Roman god Ares, right? However, which one is first, right? The archetype would be this masculine, manly man. As many Aries are very masculine. Even if it's an Aries woman, she got hands, bro. Like, she will blow up on you and she will knock you the fuck out. And I'll laugh at you, you know? Because Aries is a warrior. No matter where you put Aries, there are more Aries in the army than any other sign in the zodiac. Check it. Why? Because they will defend their own. If it comes down to it, they will defend their own. And not only will they join the army, they will be the sergeant, the general, the lieutenant, the major. They will rise up to the higher echelon of that because it's within them. Naturally, there's something within them. Just like the Leo is a performer, just like the Libra is very amazingly blessed with the qualities of spouse. We will talk about that another time because that's a whole long conversation. Many Aries are blessed with the qualities of a great warrior. A great warrior, or a great soldier, or a great athlete. When you think about entering the battlefield as a man and be like, yo, we got to do this, we got to handle this, or whatever it is, and going forth and doing it, that's the martial energy. That's the Aries-like energy. You know? It's that fire. Look at the fire. You know me, as a fireman, I always got fire. Yeah. When they get to know me, you know, fire. See that? Fire, right? Look at how the fire can dance and things. See how the fire work and the fire move? Aries is a fire. And just like fire, it could be light and it could burn. And that Aries energy is like that. So that warrior can be very motivational and really get you to go and be riled up to go do it. Aries is an athlete also. So in that locker room, like, yo, you want to go out there and we could done the place. I kind of feel like the Locks was like that. Jada Kiss had Styles that have P and Lucci. They're like, yo, we'll go, we got to handle this Madison Square Garden. We got it. I mean, even though he's not an Aries, he's a Gemini. I just don't want to big them up for New York City. I just want to big them up for hip hop and like big them up for that verses because that was tough. So Aries, right? Aries is a fire. Aries is a fire. In regards to emotion, the emotion closest to Aries would be anger. Hence them being able, because the light and the positive would be the motivator, the motivational leader to say, yeah, this is it. And even you watching the athlete handle his business to tell you, damn, I could play ball like that. I want to play ball like that, you know? But the shadow side is the anger. The anger. And the anger is a fire. 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 Right? When a fire angered, when the fire touch something, right? What is it gonna do? I ain't gonna burn down the house, don't worry. It's gonna burn, and that will burn down the house. Uncontrolled fire will burn a house down. Uncontrolled anger will burn a house down. See, these, when you know astrology, to understanding what astrology is about, you can get these gems and messages within it because you put the puzzle together. Or rather, you're able to read the map that is a birth chart, the map that is our omniverse, our universe, a galaxy into our omniverse. But if you could read, understand like the languages and the language of God, because to me, astrology is one of the languages of God. Just like earth breathing, you know, the earth rotating around the sun rotating through the constellations. That's God. You know, we didn't do it. A higher power put things into place. However you get to know, you want to know it's spiritual, like coming, it's going to go there, right? So Aries though. Aries is seen as masculine manhood. If you check Hitler, what was his thing? The Aryan man, which he looked nothing like. The Aryan man was supposed to be tall, 6 foot, or whatever, with blonde hair, blue eyes. Hitler was short. He had black hair, brown eyes. However, his thing with masculinity and manhood was this Aryan man. So let's look at what that is. That man is strong, right? Let's think about it. He's strong, right? He is masculine, or he's able to defend himself and his family, right? He's a leader. He's a provider, you know? Masculinity, man. So for black men especially, and when I say black men or melanated men, I don't care what language you speak. If your skin look like man, you're melanated, you know? Or if your father or your grandfather's skin look like man, you are melanated. If you have one drop of black blood, that means to say in slavery, you're a nigger, right? So I want you to listen to me as I'm speaking to my people. I'm speaking with my people because I love my brothers. Straight facts. I love my brothers. I want my brothers to win. If you are melanated and you are integral, I want you to win, brother. I want you to win, sister. You know, I want us to move forward and be successful, right? So brothers, there's a lot of brothers that are, like, we went through a lot in regards to our masculinity. Our people went through a lot, you know, like from slavery times. I don't know if any of you saw that butt-breaking documentary. I was trying to find it somehow. Some way it had disappeared. I wonder. But, you know, a lot of men were castrated in front of our communities, raped in front of our communities, you know, and beat down because they were too masculine and were made to be seen as less than masculine. And if you take the strongest warrior and embarrass him in front of everyone, and when people say, yo, damn, yo, that happened to him, yo, I ain't doing that. They did DMX like that? Hell fucking no, dog. I'm not gonna, you ain't gonna do that to me. A lot of people was like that, right? And so a lot of men were forced to hold their masculinity back in them times. Whereas the woman had to do more, you know, and she went through more. And this ain't a man versus woman thing. You'll see. You know, I just want to get it out and express it, right? So here we go today. We're still problems. Where 2020 was just the other day, you know, and we had our George Floyd situations. Big man. The man laughing at him, right? Because of his masculinity. So now you have other men. You got other men though that I don't know what it is with them and their masculinity. Some of them not gonna like it, but they're hitting women and they're beating women. And to me, to hit a woman and to beat a woman is not masculine or manly at all. Maybe that's in that square, because woman and womanhood would be Cancer, right? And if you look at Aries and you look at Cancer, and Cancer is the motherhood, and everything that Cancer touches, she feminizes. Not to say that Cancer men are effeminate or homosexual in any way, but a Cancer man will have a better intuition. He'll probably be more in touch with his emotions. He may be more nurturing, and that enables him to be a better father. I got Mercury in Cancer. Hence, you see me talking in a very familiar way, you know? You keep watching my channel, you're going to learn something about astrology. You ride with me, you're going to learn, and I will teach you. Actually, if you want classes, you can hit me up directly. My classes is $50 a class, and I will go all the way in. Stuff that I'm not saying here, I will say to you there, right? So when you look at Aries, will be here on the first house. Cancer will be here on the fourth house, right? Which is going to create a 90-degree angle. 90-degree angle, that's a square. A square means that there's some work that needs to be done for that to work, as Aries is fire and Cancer is water, right? And there's some balance. You need both of them. If you want to cook some food, you got fire, you put the water in a pot. If the fire get too hot, then it will boil out the water. And if the water is too much, it will out the fire. I learned that from the I Ching. I gotta say, I keep it real. I study spirituality. So, now, in regards to black masculinity and manhood, some man out there hitting women. To me, that's not masculine. That's not manly. That's not cool. And I know some women can provoke a man in such a way, because I've been in relationships and situations where a woman will poke the bear, and especially if she's been abused before in her life, she want to know if you're going to abuse her. But I'd rather walk away and leave you for you to know that you lost out on a good man that would have been there for you, would have loved you for eternity, though not a perfect man, a good man that would have loved you for eternity and been a great husband and a great father to you, than to beat you and then without proof for me. Now I got that karma to deal with, you know, because everyone on this planet is an expression of God or a child of God. And karma is a woman. I met her a few times. I know her personally. Karma is a woman. Therefore, she favors women a little bit more. Because when you think about it, women go through different stuff that men go through. I was just talking about it with the whole pregnancy and baby and like menstrual cycle and breastfeeding and all that. Men don't go through that. A woman has a menstrual cycle from the time she get into like teenage or preteens, no. Because she's a woman and she can bring a child onto earth, you know? So karma respects that. Karma respects that. And it's not to say that make it easier on women, because, karma is a woman. So if you're a woman and you're treating women badly, karma is going to see that also. And karma loves man, good men. So if you're a woman and you're treating men badly, then karma is going to see that also. However, let's rewind it. Let me pull it up and rewind it back to masculinity and Aries, because all of this subject matter is subject matter that we're going to cover on this YouTube. We're going to cover it here. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it, because this is my space. I name Bruddakonscious. If you know me, you know the vibes. Is it? You know the vibes. I don't respect man that hitting woman. I think you should leave her before you hit her. You feel me? And it's probably a test. And you should check her and tell her, I'm not into that. And if you come with that vibes again, it's done. And follow through on that. Right? That's a negative. And that's not to say that Aries men are women beaters. We're speaking about anger. And we're speaking about anger being misconstrued as masculinity. Where a man may feel like, because of his physical strength, he could dominate somebody else, being a woman, as masculinity. Maybe because you could see animals doing that in nature, But the animals also are not communing the way that we're communing. They're not creating the way that we're creating. And they're not advancing in the same way mentally. Of course, I don't speak dog or cat or bird or nothing like that. But when you look at how we've grown and what we've created as a species, it's safe to say that we can make intelligent decisions. And we can determine, this is a good decision or that is not a good decision. You can't tell me that a man in his right mind can't see that it's wrong to rape, furthermore rape a baby or rape an old person, right? That's about integrity. We will get to that when we talk about Taurus. So my thing is, you shouldn't feel like it's manly for you to dominate a woman or dominate anybody, unless you had to defend your own or whatever, and you had to show somebody don't fuck with me, that's is gonna be a problem. Then you shouldn't have to force that on nobody. To me, that's quite the opposite. Too far east is west. When you go too far east, you go end up in the west. So And then after that, you will end up back east again in a cycle. So masculinity and identity. How do you identify black masculinity? I want to know. To me, a black man as a masculine man is a stand-up brother. He's integral. He's a warrior. Yeah, like he could be good at sports, or he could just be a warrior in the business. Then a man touch the business world. He handle his business. One of my favorite podcasts is Earn Your Leisure. That man is not playing basketball or football, but them brothers is real men and stand-up brothers to me. I love the way that they talk about business. I love the way that they educate our people and they go hard for it and they lead with it. That's manhood to me. That's masculinity. You could be a chef, and the way you handle yourself in the kitchen, you feel me, is masculine. I think it's not you're not feminine if you cry, because a real man could cry, but if you crying all the time like that, bro, I think it's feminine. And I think that's something that women do more often, because women have more emotions than men, or have to express more emotions than men in different ways. You know? And that's not to say that a man is stronger than a woman either. Because I know that I couldn't handle no labor pain, yo. I know I couldn't do that. I know there's some women out there that's knocking dudes out. For real, there's some MMA women and stuff like that that's knocking dudes out. And some will say that that's her masculine side within her, because you got the yin and the yang within you. You have the Tao within you, you know? So, identity. I would love to talk to some people about what their rising sign is, so we could see how you identify. And we could see where Aries is and where Mars is. If you come to me and we do a reading, you tell me about this, we could talk about it. Because I would love to talk about it. You know? Talk about Aries some more. Aries is your drive. Your drive is like the gas and the drive that make you, how you carry yourself, how a man carries himself is Aries. You know, so if you got Mars in the first house, even if your Mars is not in Aries, it's gonna make you warrior-like, because Mars is ruled by Aries, and the first house is ruled by Aries and Mars. So Mars loves being in the first house. That's that drive or that warriorhood that's gonna make you the type of man that women is like, ooh, like a manly man, or the man that women is attracted to, or someone say a man's man, straight, like a man that all men could say, yeah, that brother, you know. Look at Michael Jordan, generally respected as a top-ranking basketball player, LeBron James, right? On the court, that's their manhood, a masculinity. I don't know about off-court, but on that court, that is your masculinity and your manhood. That is that fire within you. How you can use that positively is there in the sports. Positively is there if you're a martial artist, you know? Because that martial energy and anger, frustration is something that's gonna happen to you this particular lifetime, because this is Earth. It exists. It's gonna happen to all of us. We all have a Mars. Aries is somewhere in our chart. How you express that and what you do with that is on you. So, Mars, Aries, where is it for you? If you are on your astrology, look at it. I want you to think about it. You know? Positive ways for you to express it. Sex is a good way for you to express it. I love sex. You know, I love sex. I'm all about tantra. I'm all about expressing and honoring a woman. As a man, honoring a woman through your physical self. And your spiritual self, through your physical self, being your sexual self. How about that? Instead of just like masturbating inside of the woman. You want to beat it up. You're all about expressing yourself in that way. And we could talk about that some more later on too. Let's get into it. But we're speaking about Mars, martial energy. If you check, look, bang, Mars, right? Bang, bang, Mars, right? That's martial energy. Or you playing ball, that's martial energy. I want to keep bringing it back. Mars. But how are you expressing that? And black men, your identity is such, you know? We're multifaceted. We ain't just a soldier. The soldier is a father too. The soldier is a husband too. What I said, Mars could be on the 10th house. Mars could be on the 7th house. You could have Venus in Aries. You can have Saturn and Aries in a way that's supposed to teach you how to be a warrior, like mature warrior like man at some point. But if you're doing that, you're probably going to be tested to have to go through some stuff, you know? I want to talk about masculinity in our community and how it's best expressed. I want to see it in the comments. I want you to hit me up at BRUDDAKONSCIOUS. I said that fast. BRUDDAKONSCIOUS. Yeah, that's Bruddakonscious. Yeah, that's me, you know? And I will be having it so like the thing pop up at the bottom and all of that. But like I was saying the last time, so long I was holding back from doing the videos and thing until I said, nah, I could just start doing it. I will revisit subject matter, but you're going to get to know me here. I am Bruddakonscious. I am a healer. I am an astrologer. I am a musician. I am a son. I am a brother. I am a life mate, a lover, husband, father. One day I could be a grandfather, great-grandfather, all of that, all of these archetypes of manhood. Of manhood. I do not believe that a woman can be a father. She can be a great mother. And she could even handle the responsibilities of a mother and a father. But only a father could be a father. As only a man could be a father, as only a woman could be a mother. Because it's something within you that you're born to do naturally. Don't take that away. You know? On Father's Day, let the fathers hold that. If you're a single mother, double up on Mother's Day. But there's great fathers out here, because there's some fathers that are not good fathers. There are some men that are not good husbands. Don't mean that you gotta take it out and you gotta take that rule over, you know? That's real. I can stop. I can keep going, but I'm gonna stop, you know, because I don't want to make the videos too long to begin with. I want to have to come back for more. Alright? Respect, love, and honor. Honor your masculinity. Melanated man, honor your masculinity. It is beautiful, it is strong, and it's true. And honor it with integrity. I don't want to hear black men ain't shit no more. I want to hear that's a fucking lie. I don't want to hear black men ain't good fathers no more. I want to hear that's a fucking lie. I don't want to hear black men ain't good husbands or good life mates no more. I want to hear that's a fucking lie. You know? This is the time. This is us. This is no. Honor it, sisters. Honor the divine masculinity within the black men and melanated men that's around you. Celebrate it. And to make him know that celebrate it with the balance. And if it's out of balance, don't make it. We don't support that. We don't promote that. You know? Sister, honor the masculinity within you. You know? And the balance of that also. You know, we're going to speak about femininity and femininity within all one of these videos. I'm not sure if it's going to be the next one or not yet, but just honor the balance, yo. The ma'at. The Tao, the ma'at within you, you know? I gotta stop now. Alright, I love all the women. Hit me up, let me know what you think. Let's keep it going. Big up to the whole tribe. Big up to my tribe. Big up to my people everywhere. Odabo. Love.